Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Wealth Boot Camp, and I wanted to give you something to think about, a little food for thought when it comes to how we look at celebrities and how we look at their charitable work. Now, before I begin, I want to make it very, very clear that all charity is a good thing. It's better than nothing, right? Um, anything is better than nothing, right? So if nothing is your benchmark, then you will always be able to make yourself look good because I could be the laziest person in the world and work 3 hours in a year. And if somebody says, well, Boyce, you're not working very hard, I can come back and say, well, it's better than nothing. And I will be right, right? So, the first thought here is when you look at celebrities and what they're doing for the black community or what they're doing in terms of charitable work, etc., don't use terms like it's better than nothing because everything's better than nothing. Anything is better than nothing. So anyway, moving on. I was thinking about this today, and I was thinking about how. I was thinking about a simple tricks a lot of celebrities use to play with your mind. A financial trick. What they'll do is this: if you criticize a celebrity, or if you call them out and say you're worth $500 million, you should be doing more for the black community. Here's what a lot of them will do: they will hire somebody to help them do this. They will give small amounts of money to a few different causes, and then they'll spend just as much money promoting what they did, right? So it's like if I'm worth, let's say I'm a millionaire, and you tell me, Boyce, you don't do anything for the neighborhood kids. Well, what I might do is I might go through and pick out a couple charities and give them each $50, and then publicize it, right? Have somebody make sure everybody knows what I did, and then I squash that criticism at a very low price. So when you come back at me, and you say, "Well, Boyce, you ain't did nothing for the people in the neighborhood." I might come back and be like, "Well, what are you talking about? I gave a total of $500 last year, and to all these different causes in the neighborhood." And so, if you're not astute, you're going to say, "Well, he did give a lot of money, and $500 is a lot of money." But remember, you're making less money than me, so you're making, if you're making 30,000 and I'm making 50 million, 80 million a year, then the $500 I gave or the $1,000 I gave is going to seem like a lot of money to you. When really, for me, based on the scale of my wealth and income, that's like me throwing quarters out into the street or a dollar or whatever. So the point on this is that a celebrity giving a celebrity worth say $300 million, like say a Jay-Z or Floyd Mayweather, if he creates a scholarship and writes a $10,000 check for that scholarship, that seems like a lot of money to us because it is a lot of money to us. But for somebody like a Jay-Z or a Floyd Mayweather, writing a check for $10,000 is literally like a regular person giving a dollar or $1.50 or $2 to a cause. Now, is $2 better than nothing? It absolutely is. But does $2 give you the right to then come back and say, I'm down for the cause, I'm giving to this thing, I'm giving big time to this thing, I'm really supporting this thing, so you can't criticize me and say I'm not doing much because look, I gave $2. It would sound kind of silly to say that. So again, it doesn't mean that if you want to ask, if you ask me the question, well, is $10,000 better than nothing? The answer is absolutely yes. If you set the bar low enough, anything can be made to look good. But one of the things you want to be cautious about is a lot of celebrities and a lot of corporations use this tactic. You'll have a corporation that will engage in some kind of unethical or illegal practice. They'll make $1 billion from this unethical practice, and then they'll turn around and they'll maybe give like $30,000 in scholarships, or 50,000, or 100,000, or some number that sounds big, and then they'll spend another 100,000 promoting the fact that they gave 100,000 for these scholarships. So what they're basically doing is they're trading a couple 100,000 for $1 billion. Because then they can kill the criticism that says that they're not doing anything for the community. And so I just want to throw that out there so that people don't fall for the okey doke. It doesn't mean this is not a particular slight on any particular celebrity or any company, but what it is it's really a reminder for all of us to engage in critical thinking skills. You have to use your mind, because if you don't use your mind, there are people who literally treat you like sheep, whose goal it is to manipulate your thinking and to make you think something's real when really it's not. There's a big difference between just paying lip service to something and throwing a couple dollars that way versus being truly invested in a cause, truly giving back. So if you look at somebody like a Jay-Z, if he gives $10,000 to a cause, I can't say I'm that impressed with that. But because again, that's like us giving that's like most regular people giving $1 or $2 or something. But if you see him give $10 million to a cause, now you're talking about some real giving, maybe 5 million, things like that. That's the level of giving that someone at that income level has to do to kind of show that they're really invested in something. And again, but it's all a philosophical issue, right? Some people feel that black celebrities don't have to pull their weight. Some people think that black people don't matter, that the black community's issues are not important. I'm not really talking to those people because I think that those individuals, I feel bad for them because I think that they've been trained to believe that their community is not important enough for people to feel that they have to support that community. But my argument has always been that if you've built your fame and fortune off of the backs of the people in your family, or and I'm talking about the black family. I'm talking about all of us as a black community. When you build your fortune off that community, I believe you do owe something to that community. I'm not going to make money off my mama and my cousin and my brother and my uncle and not feel that I owe them anything. That's a little bit silly, and it would be a low self-esteem for them to believe that I don't owe them anything, especially if they're struggling, especially if they need my help, if they need me to have their back. And the black community struggles unlike any other. So we do need celebrities to have our backs. We need celebrities developing institutions. We don't need celebrities getting on Twitter showing you that they just bought a new $300,000 car. That's not something to applaud. That's not something to be happy about. That's something to almost be ashamed about because the fact is we can do better than that as a people. So that's all I really want to say. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Wealth Boot Camp. Until we meet again, please stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. I am gone. Peace.